Hi there. So all you need to apply your transfers are scissors, you'll need a scalpel on day 2, and a shallow dish of water to soak your transfers in. And of course your object, preferably white ceramic, as your transfers will be more visible on a light object, or glass. So I'm going to start by cutting out the transfers that I want to use. I'm going to keep the protective paper because I'm going to need that for storing them. Because if you don't use a protective paper when the transfers are stacked on top of each other while they're being stored, they could stick together and then they won't be usable. So I'm going to start cutting out the designs I want to use, and I'm not going to cut too close to the design because we don't want to cut into the cover coat. You'll hear all about that later. Okay, so I'm just going to place my designs into the shallow water with the design side facing up. That's very important. If they curl a bit, that's okay. You can flatten them out again with your fingers. So I'm just going to wait for 3 minutes while the backing paper gets soaked in water. So the transfers have been sitting in water for 3 minutes. So all I've got to do now is pick up the transfer, keeping it right side up, and slide the transfer onto my design, making sure that the correct side is on my vase, Placing it where I want, because we've only just placed it, it's still wet, so I can move it. I want it there, quite high up. I'm going to smooth out the transfer from the center outwards, applying firm, smooth pressure, and I'm removing any air bubbles or water that's under the transfer. And you'll notice that the transfer stops moving when it starts to get dry underneath. That looks pretty good. So now I've got my other object, the little bow tie. I'm going to pick it up, make sure that I attach the side that was in contact with the backing paper to my object. There's the bow tie, and I've only just applied the face, so I'm not going to handle this too much because I can risk making it slip. And what I want to do is, as I keep applying more things to this object, I want to make sure that I'm not leaving water on what I've just applied, because that could make the transfers that I've just applied fall off. So I don't want them to be wet again. So my vase has been drying overnight. It's very important that you leave it overnight so that the inks have a chance to adhere to the ceramic or the glass. And now with the scalpel, I'm going to remove the cover coat. So see this line? Let's see if I can angle it so you can see. Yeah, see these lines here? That's the cover coat. So all I want to do is get under it, being careful not to nick my design, and peel it back just like that. So when I've peeled back enough, I can safely peel it back with my fingers. And there's the exposed design. You can safely touch the transfers now, but you still want to leave this for 24 hours because that will secure the ink more to the ceramic. You also don't want to scratch this surface with your fingernails or with an abrasive sponge, or you don't want to dishwash this item because you could risk scratching the transfer that you just applied.